Hi there, Aries. Welcome back. All right, guys, let's get into this. If you are new here, if you're a cross watcher, my name is Ninja and I'll be your reader. Spirit, give us a clear, concise message here for Aries. What is going on around Aries' energy and what should Aries know about it? Or what should Aries be aware of, right? Let's see what comes out for you, Aries. Looks like you're picking up the pieces of your life right now. Yeah, because we have judgment coming out. Okay, so Aries, it looks like you're picking up the pieces of your life. Like something happened and things fell apart, but now you're in the process of getting it together. And I'm hearing making the right decisions. Making the right decisions. Let's see. Something happened here, but you're happier now because you're finally like getting yourself together. Now, it looks like could have been a missed opportunity here. But it seems to be a missed opportunity that is actually going to work out in your favor. Like there was an opportunity around you and you didn't take it because you were dealing with this, but it was actually something that was going to end up being in your favor. That's interesting. I am seeing happiness for you here. Happiness. Okay, so the missed opportunity had to do with a lover or a relationship, and it didn't work. It didn't work out. It wasn't going to work out. Not for you. Maybe for that person it would have worked out, but not for you. It seemed like with that person, you were always getting the short end of the stick. So yeah, you're ready to move on. And it looks like you're finally being able to like let go of your defenses. Like you finally have found yourself in a place where you could breathe. I'm hearing you could breathe. You can let go. But it does look like this is not the time to do that. The high priestess in reverse is coming out, and the wheel of fortune in reverse. Right now is not the time to relax, Aries. Okay, that's what spirit is saying. Right now is not the time to let your guard down. Right now is not the time to be too relaxed. I'm not saying don't relax. I'm just saying don't be too relaxed or too easygoing. Okay, because right now is just not the time for that. Not financially, because it looks like it could be because of finances, and not just that, but it does look like you have somebody around you who's like trying to get secrets out of you. Okay, you do have a very immature energy that's around you who could be a water sign. So it could be this person, like spirit is saying like, okay, you can relax, but don't do it too much. Especially not with this person around, not with this person hanging around trying to cause problems for you. It's like spirit is saying, okay, let your guard down, go to the movies, relax a little bit, but hold on to your sword, right? That's what I'm getting. Like, hold on to your sword, Aries. Don't let it go. Because if you do, things could go out of balance really quickly, and then you're going to find yourself juggling really hard. Especially when it comes to finances or when it comes to saying the truth about something or speaking the truth about something. There is something here that you are very aware of, and this person, like, they want to shut you up, right? They want to shut you up. Three of Cups is coming out. Tell me more. There's some kind of truth that you know or you're aware of, and it has something to do with this person, either you being included into a group or this person being included into a group. Okay, it has something to do with somebody pushing something forward or somebody saying something that they shouldn't have been saying, right? Tell me more about the Queen of Swords over here. Three of Wands in reverse. Tell me more. Tell me more here. King of Pentacles is coming out, and the Fool. Okay, Aries, there's something here that you're very loyal to the point where it's something that is harming you or something that is going to end up blocking you in the future. There's something here that you're too loyal to. Sometimes we give loyalty to things that don't, or people that don't deserve our loyalty, and it looks like that's the situation here. That part needs to end. Okay, because we do have the death card. That part needs to end. Being loyal it's a good thing. but it's only good if it's directed towards something that is worth it. And what I'm hearing here is that you have been giving your loyalty to something or someone that doesn't deserve it. They don't deserve your loyalty. Sometimes we could be so loyal to the point where it ends up harming us. We end up suffering because of our deep loyalty, right? When the person is not giving it back to us, or if it's not something that's worth it, then it's something that's going to end up harming us. But yet we can't stop ourselves because we just have that in us, right? Like we just have to be loyal. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how else to say it. But there's something here that needs to change. There's something here that you're being way too loyal to. That's what I'm getting. This could be to a commitment, could be to a job. And you know what? I think we've all done this, especially when it comes to a job. I think we've all been way too loyal to companies, and putting our own personal needs to the side, like not getting enough sleep, not getting enough rest, or not taking on a better job, because we're loyal to this company because we've been there for so long and we know the people and we love the people because we're around them. But the truth is that we grow attachments to people, and our attachments could end up hurting us. And I feel like that's definitely for one of you. This could be job related, and these jobs, I'm going to just say it, they'll fire you without thinking twice. And we are loyal. And you know what? I've done it too. So don't feel bad. I've done this myself. I had an opportunity, a good opportunity, to get a better paying job, but they needed me to work right away. They wanted me to start right away. And I was like, no, I have to give my company 2 weeks notice and let them know. And they're like, no, 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 we need somebody like tonight. We need somebody to start tonight. And I didn't take it. I was young and dumb. And I didn't take it. And the truth is, when I look back, yeah, I worked for that company for years, but truth is, they would have fired me for the drop of a hat, And there I was being loyal. The thing is that you gotta really evaluate what it is that you're loyal to or who you're loyal to. Okay, this could be a person, could be work related. Okay, or it could be both. Maybe you're doing both. Maybe that's why you have that missed opportunity. You missed it because you're being way too loyal. Does look like a relationship. So this might be lessons, different situations where you've been overly loyal. Anyways, that's what I'm getting. So tell me more, Spirit. Tell me more about the Five of Coins over here. You do have the Five of Coins coming out in reverse both times. It looks like makes me feel like you're getting included in something. Well, that's something I really cannot ignore. You got two of them. So this is definitely for somebody out there. Listen, if you've been going through a hard time financially, some kind of hardship, if you have been struggling, facing heavy debts, that kind of thing. For one of you, maybe having to file bankruptcy, something like that. Guess what? Things are about to change. Okay, if it hasn't already, things are about to change. Things are about to start flowing very easily for you. I see you as focusing on your debts, focusing on your money. I see you focusing and moving things in a positive way. Okay, so I'm seeing a very drastic shift. I want to say, like a shift, like a quick turn. Like you're heading in one direction, and all of a sudden you're just going to take off in another direction, Aries, and things are going to be coming together. Coming together. Yeah, and we do have the Two of Coins here, so you might have to do some juggling for a while, but things are going to come together financially. And you know what? That leads me to think that this is has something to do with the job. Okay? Um and this could also indicate that you're going to be getting some kind of support. So if you've been waiting for a check to come in or something like that, it's coming. right? Some kind of relief. I'm hearing like a huge relief is coming in. Maybe you've been stressing out about it, which I don't blame you, right? Nobody could blame you. You might be stressing about this. You're like, oh my gosh, I can't pay the bills. Or this is coming in, I got to pay that, I got to pay taxes, and relief is coming in. You got it twice in this reading. Two. Two is coming in. Two, five of coins in reverse is coming in. This could also indicate that you're going to be included in something because we do have over here, we have the three of cups over here. Okay. And then we also have the eight of cups over here. Like you walking away from a very tricky situation with somebody who's been possibly like ignoring you here, or somebody who has neglected you, refused to help you, like you're walking away from that person and going toward something that's going to be more positive for you, something that's going to make you feel supported like you should be, you know? And I can't help but feel like it has something to do with this group. Okay, because the three of cups could be a group. But it could also be something about you changing your preferences too. And like I said about loyalty, maybe you're being loyal to something that's not good for you, right? And this is you changing your preferences about something. This could be like you changing your circle, your group, the people that you hang out with, changing the atmosphere that you're living in, okay? And making new connections, being around people that's going to actually support you and help you, right? People that's going to give you good advice, that kind of thing, okay? Hmm. Now, so for one of you, you might be receiving some very important news here. Some news that's going to bring, it's going to push something forward, right? Some kind of good news that could push something forward. It might be from this group or somebody in the group, right? Let's find out more about that. Something about the Queen of Wands in reverse. Something's going to push something forward. We have the Page of Cups in reverse coming out. Why is that coming out? It's like it's going from good news and it's coming from the moon. It could be because something is going to be revealed about somebody's health. And it's talking about this Page of Cups in reverse. Somebody who's acting very childish. Somebody who's being very immature. Okay, somebody who's all about me, 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 that kind of thing. You might be getting some kind of news that's going to push something forward, but in a good way, right? And it looks like it has something to do with this person's health. I know this sounds terrible, but somebody's bad health is going to be your good luck. So somebody's bad health, let me wrap my brain around this. So somebody's bad health or something that they're going through health-wise is going to be good news for you, and it's going to push something forward to you. You know what I'm getting? I'm getting like the manager, you know what I mean, is going to get sick and you're going to end up having to take that person's place. That's the energy I'm getting from this. Like the manager is going to get sick, you're going to take their place, and then you're going to end up getting that position. And it's going to end up like changing everything for you. My condolences to your manager, but that's what I'm hearing. Like somebody else's bad luck is going to be good luck for you, okay? As that's one example that I can think of that this would be an example of. Now, this is not always the case where if one person's doing really good financially, it means somebody else is doing really bad. But in this situation, it does look like their misfortune is going to be your fortune. Okay? Okay, let's keep going. Now, tell me more about the Eight of Cups over here. Seven of Wands in reverse. Okay? So you are going to be walking away from somebody who's really stubborn, somebody, like I said, right? Okay. Well, basically, that's just saying that you're going to leave somebody feeling very overwhelmed when you walk away. and you're going to be focusing on yourself. So you're going to leave somebody, or you have, this could be a past situation, but it looks like you're going to be leaving somebody behind, walking away from that person because they have been like denying you something, maybe a raise or a position. Like you're going to be walking away from somebody here and walking towards something that can be more, I want to say, financially stable. But you know what? I'm going to tell you something. It's coming out as a 7 of coins. So this is something that you've already put energy into, Aries. You've already put work into this. So it's like you're just waiting for the fruits of your labor. So this could be like you went and got a degree in something, or you went to trade school to work in something, and now you're just waiting for the job to come along or something like that. This might be for one of you. The job is going to come. Like you have to leave something behind so something good can come in. Like you have to open something in your life. So like for instance, you have to get rid of an old car so you could get the new car, right? A lot of people do that. You go ahead and get rid of the old car so you can get the new car. So there's something like that, like where you're going to turn your back on something that hasn't been working out for you, somebody who hasn't been there for you or supportive for you. You're leaving that person out, and it's like you're going for something that's more of materialism. Okay? Like a person who has been making you so disappointed, you know, somebody who hasn't been there for you at all, just ignoring you, doing their own thing in their own little world, not paying attention to what you're saying, you know, and you're just like, okay, I'm fed up, I'm walking away, you know, and then that person ends up getting so overwhelmed because you're no longer there to support them, right? But you go, instead of going towards somebody else, you go towards something that's more solid for you, something that you have more control over. So it's more like, you know, something like that. Okay. That is what's coming toward you, Aries. We do have the death card coming out. So it makes me feel like something very significant is going to happen, and it's going to be toward the end of a season, right? It could be sports. It could be actual seasons like the weather, right? It could be anything like that. But there is a transition here. Okay, there's a huge transition that's going on in your energy. Hmm. Now, this could be you or this could be somebody else around you. But I am picking up on somebody here who is like refusing to accept that something has ended, or is refusing to accept that you have walked away. Okay? Hmm. Like they don't want to see the truth. But then again, they weren't exactly, yeah, it's this person. Yeah, it is. So they don't want to accept that, you know, they messed up. So this person could be very well be somebody who didn't exactly see what you brought to the table. You know, they didn't exactly recognize you as a gift, and they pretty much took you for granted, you know? And now you're walking away and they're like, hey, now they're feeling overwhelmed because, you know, yeah, it makes sense. Okay, yeah. Because they're feeling overwhelmed because they didn't value you when you were there. They were turning their back on you. Yeah, that's how it's coming out. Now I am looking at the Fool card here, and it's like shining out to me, like pew, pew, you know. So the way that it's shining out to me, it's like Spirit wants you to know that there is a new beginning here, and there is something here that you're going to have to like take a risk on, take a chance on. Okay, so this could be anything, like maybe moving or changing jobs, whatever it is, right? But it's giving me this very strong energy that you're gonna have to like put yourself out there. Okay, in order to get what you want, you're gonna have to really put yourself out there, like really stretch your neck, put your neck out there. It's kind of, that's the energy I'm getting. Like really put your neck out there to get something, to get the money, to get the job or the position that you want or something like that. Maybe that's why you're going to be mingling with new people over here, because that might be you going ahead and, you know what I mean? Yeah, putting yourself out there, meeting new people. But Spirit's saying it's necessary. It might be something that could actually drain you emotionally, you know, like You might feel maybe when you go out, you might be a very sensitive person, and when you go out, you pick up on other people's energies and it drains you emotionally. So you might need to take time to like process everything that's gone on, everybody that you spoke to, everybody that you interacted with. Do make sure that you're taking that downtime, okay? Because that's going to help you build up your strength to do it again and evaluate how you are performing, evaluate how the people that you're mingling with, how are they accepting you, right? Because obviously this is something that you didn't do in the past. See, if you had done that in the past, then this other person over here wouldn't have been taking you for granted. And you wouldn't have found yourself in a situation where you were so loyal to somebody that didn't deserve your loyalty in the first place. Okay, because I feel like that's, you know what I mean? Like you were super loyal to this person. And this person, it was so easy for them to just turn their back on you. Okay. So, lesson number one here is to always evaluate where are you giving your loyalty to, right? Like who's getting your loyalty and do they deserve it? And is this loyalty that you are giving to them, is it beneficial both ways? It has to be beneficial both ways. Because if it's not and you're just being loyal, then you're just being a slave. If you're just being loyal and that person's taking you for granted and just not treating you right and neglecting you, then you're just being a slave. Or another word would be like a doormat. Okay? You don't want to be a doormat, right? And somebody had to hear that, guys. It didn't have to be everybody. So I know somebody's gonna get mad. Like, what, Ninja? What are you saying? I'm a doormat? No, I'm not. I'm just saying that sometimes we could be so loyal that people could end up walking all over us, and we're thinking at some point it's gonna be beneficial. Somewhere down the road it's gonna be beneficial, and it's not. That person ends up taking advantage of how we feel, right? So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying like you're a doormat or you're literally a doormat. No. I'm just saying that in certain situations, okay? So don't bite the messenger, guys. Don't bite the messenger. All right. So let's see what else is going on. I'm going to go ahead and pull these cards out. I'm going to shuffle. I'm being led to shuffle, guys. Okay. Anything else here that Aries needs to know, Spirit? Is there any other message here for Aries? Please and thank you. Anything else here that Aries needs to know? Let's see what came out. Okay. Anything else here that Aries needs to know? Four of Cups is coming out with the King of Cups. We have the okay. Wow. Wow. Look at that. That's crazy. We have the Devil coming in right next to the Sun. You know what I'm getting here, Aries? Spirit is saying to look up. Look up, but be prepared. Like be emotionally prepared to hold your emotions in, because there's something going on around you that's very messy. There's something that you're not seeing that's very messy, and it could be a very toxic situation. Okay, with that devil energy, this could be like a very toxic situation, or it could be somebody who's trying to like squeeze you and keep you into a trap, you know, making you think that everything's all honky dory when it's not. And this person could be very controlling. So Spirit is saying it's time to lift your head up. Somebody needs to hear this. Pick your head up. You're staying by yourself too long. You're processing things too long. You're being in your feelings too long, or you're thinking about the past too long. Okay, it could be any of those things, but you're doing something too long where you're isolating yourself, and spirit doesn't want you to do that. And there's somebody around you to blame, and it's somebody who's actually beneath you. So it's like somebody that is beneath you that shouldn't even be affecting you is affecting you. Okay, I don't know who needs to hear this. Somebody needs to hear this. But I want you to know this is a situation that has been so sneaky, like a snake that's been around you so long. It's like it has been such a, because that's how it's coming out, like something that has been moved so slowly to where you're almost numb to a situation. That's what I'm hearing. You're like numb to it. But you're still in this isolation energy, like you're still being off by yourself, and you're processing way too much. You're isolating yourself. You're not connecting. I think that's why Spirit wants you to start connecting with new people. Not the same people that you've been hanging out with, new people. Go out and start meeting new people. Okay? I think that's the biggest message here is for you to go and start meeting new people. Something is going to be illuminated to you here. There is some kind of unhealthy habit that you have that needs to be addressed and worked on. And it could be something that is actually affecting your health in a very negative way. Okay? All right, Aries, I'm going to get out of this reading. This is what your message is, because there seems to be so many. I think I picked up on several people in this reading, which I like. I prefer it that way. And catch me in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Y'all take care. Bye bye.